Welcome to the Waiver Wire. Waiver Wire. Waiver Wire. Waiver Wire. Waiver Wire. Waiver. What up? Welcome to the Waiver Wire, where fantasy players become fantasy legends. I am not a legend. I am a legend at mybookie.com because I can make the picks, and that's what I'm going to do for you today.
I'm a legend in my own mind.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay, well, then I take it back. I'm a legend in my mind, too. There's this guy at work that's trying to, the Macedonian Alexander, he's trying to get me to watch Formula One, and I'm making him so mad because I'm like, so stupid. I could do that. he's like, no, you can't. I was like, bro, no training. Put me in one of those cars. I'm coming in top 5. That being said, none of them are athletes, and I will continue to fire these shots. Fuck
That's
Formula
hilarious.
One.
I beat the dude that you said was talking the most shit.
The Turkish guy, you did beat him. I like that. Yeah, he had a bad week. His team is beat up, man. He had Kareem Hunt, and that's gone. He had.
And speaking of which, that one dude that started 4-0 is now 4-3. That dude that has Mahomes and Kelsey.
Let me tell you.
You were right, though.
When he was 4-0, he was walking around talking about how he couldn't breathe. He's like, yeah, the air's thin up here. I just can't breathe. Y'all wouldn't understand. Y'all are not on my level. He's going around saying all this stuff. I'm like, listen, man. Listen, bro.
You said he's going to live and die with that KC tandem.
Kansas City has some bad games. He's fucked. And look at what happened. And Kansas City don't look good. It's not like going forward. Yeah, he's super confident.
He can't be real excited right now.
He also has Tyler Lockett. So he's got problems.
I can see how those first few weeks were really nice.
Yeah, he's got problems. Let's see. So is there anything we wanted to? Well, of course, the Astros. Go fucking Astros. Today's Tuesday, game 1. But fuck yeah, I know we talked about it in the last show. But man, fucking love the Astros, and they're gonna fucking win a World Series again. Miss you, George Springer. I'm sure Toronto's really cold right now.
He's down here anyways.
Yeah,
he's back.
He is probably.
He's got his house here in Houston.
I truly do miss George Springer. Though. I love George Springer, awesome. And he's awesome. And I wish he was still on the team.
Me
and Carlos
too.
Correa, don't leave, man. Come on, think about it,
bro.
Think about this. You stay, you have a chance to be. We could go down as like one of those Braves teams that went to the LCS 8 times in a row. We're already a dynasty. We're already you want to build on the dynasty? You want to go play with the shitty ass Yankees?
Get other people to come here.
We definitely could. And you know what?
Get them to spend more money on pitchers and shit.
We actually do a pretty good job. You know, Chas McCormick's a rookie.
Is he really?
Fucking Jake Myers. I think it's his second year. I think last year he played down in the minors.
I'll tell you what. You got to give a shout out to the ownership of the Astros because when they bought this team, and
they were the last.
They were shit, and they decided to go through those shitty years and to do it right and to build the fucking farm system.
Yep.
And continue to supply their team with this talent, and that's what they've done.
And you gotta draft right. You know, you have to pick the right guys, and they did.
Right?
They picked Correa. They picked Bregman. They did this. They built this. They picked George Springer. They built this team up. Kyle Tucker. Jordan.
Gurriel.
Actually, wait. Jordan got picked by the Dodgers.
Oh, we traded for him?
Yeah. How crazy. What if he was on the fucking Dodgers? Holy shit. He's ours now, you son of a bitch. And you can't fucking have him back. We got him on that Cuban thing, too. We got him with the same thing that we got Yuli with, which is where they don't really understand money.
We got like 20 years.
How much? Oh, my God. I will sign here. And it's like, these Cubans don't get it.
They don't care.
They've been oppressed. Astros are going to win the World Series. Fuck yeah.
Sold.
Let's get into next week's games.
Did you ever watch Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Do you remember the episode where Kramer like spilled coffee on himself and like he was going into like meet with the execs and they're like, we'll give you free coffee for life, and he's like, sold. And they're like, and never mind. I'll take it.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
I'll tell you, my only problem with Seinfeld is Jerry. It's Jerry's. It's
Right.
it's him.
The main
The
character.
other three are hilarious. Kramer is one of the best characters of all time. But I hate the way that like he says a joke and then he kind of stands there and he's got this slight smirk on his face because I just said the joke that I wrote and it's like, dude, go fuck yourself, okay? But anyways, this going into next week, we've got some really good matchups and some really bad matchups. We've got a couple more of those double-digit.
How many were there last week? There were several last week.
Yeah, there were
Like
several.
3?
Actually, I guess there's only 2 this week. Yeah,
2,
3.
3.
Yeah,
There's 3.
I guess 9.5 is pretty close. Green Bay had a 9.5
There's
favorite.
3 this week too.
No, there's only 2
Because
double digits.
KC's 10.
Oh, which is outrageous. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
It
After
really-
last week?
I know how. Maybe that was just. No. Shut your mouth. Shut the whore mouths. Put the whore mouths and shut them. So, but yeah, we got some pretty good games, some pretty bad games. We'll start with Thursday night, which is a really, really, really good game.
Yes.
And that is Green Bay at Arizona.
Hell yeah.
That's an awesome game. As far as the NFC goes, those are 2 of the top teams for sure. Arizona's a 6-point favorite. I'm going to take Arizona. I'm just not sold on Green Bay. This is a big game for them. They're not running the ball super effectively, which I think is really the only way to get Arizona off its rhythm because they are so powerful on offense. Like if you don't let them go out there and throw and do what they do, and you can run the ball on them, maybe you could slow Arizona down, but I just don't see it. And if Devontae Adams is out,
If Devontae's not playing, you
what's the
definitely got
game
to
plan
give
here?
the-
Like, I mean,
So Vegas gives a 3-point advantage to the home team. So really, they think that Arizona's going to win by 3.
yeah.
But without Devontae Adams, I'll take Arizona.
Yeah,
too.
Arizona. And then Rams at Houston. Oh, boy. Another fucking beatdown. We were a 17-point dog last week. We're a 14.5 dog at home.
What's
this
the
week.
chances Houston comes out and does some onside kicks and fake punts and
If
shit?
they saw Detroit, they were like, hey, maybe that's what we should do. No, I mean, if Tyrod Taylor comes back, because there
that's
is a
right.
possibility of that, I think the 14.5 might be a
well,
little
shit,
high.
if Tyrod comes back, we're going to win.
No, I don't think so.
What?
The Rams are good, bro.
MVP.
The Rams are good. The Rams are really good.
But
So,
Tyrod.
Tyrod
bro.
makes them better, and I think the 14.5 doesn't cover if it's Tyrod. But
I'm having a hard time with not taking the Rams. I'm taking the Rams.
yeah, and
I've learned
I
my
know
lesson.
14.5 is a lot. But,
It's a lot,
you know,
but Houston sucks.
Yeah.
Hey, LA. The best strategy is to run.
yeah.
Just run, and then eventually you can throw it to Cooper Kupp. But
I don't care.
the Texans can't stop the run at all. Like, not even close. So I would start with that.
I think I Suck is going to start Robert Woods this week. But you know what? It doesn't matter because I don't give a fuck. So do whatever you want. But I know that Matt Stafford has his KKK hood on underneath his helmet, and he only sees Cooper Kupp. He only, if you ain't white, then you ain't right. That's what he says. So I didn't say that. That's what he says. But Carolina, I think we're both going Rams, huh? Yeah, I think
we both went Rams.
Rams are going to win. Carolina at Atlanta.
Ooh, this one's tough.
Atlanta's a 2.5-point favorite.
Surprise. Well, so again, you go back to Vegas gives you
Right.
they give the home team a
Most of the time.
3-point dog. Like, that's where that starts. So if they're...
And then they go from there, yeah. Man, this one was tough.
That
for
one's
me.
hard.
This one was tough.
Because Carolina's been playing like shit.
I know they have. I know. I went
But
Carolina.
Atlanta sucks.
Atlanta
Atlanta
sucks.
just gave up fucking 28 points to Miami and almost fucking lost.
But Kyle Pitts looked a lot better, and I could very well be wrong on this one. This could be the one I'm wrong on. I was wrong on Carolina last week. I picked Carolina to beat the Giants, but they didn't do it. Maybe they can beat this shitty team.
This is where you gotta do this NFL math. Like,
I just don't know. I don't know. This one's really tough.
it's also a divisional game, so
Yeah.
they know each other better.
Yeah.
God
But I'm going to take
damn.
Carolina. Who you got?
God damn.
Tough one.
Carolina
one.
can't win without fucking McCaffrey. I'm taking Atlanta.
Atlanta, all right. Well, then we go Miami at Buffalo. It's another double-digiter. Buffalo's a 13.5-point favorite. I think they cover it easy. Their defense has been playing really great. They just had a bye week, so they got everybody healthy, minus Dawson Knox. But they're going to really fuck up Miami. Miami has not looked good. And
also a divisional game, but I gotta think the same thing. Like,
maybe 13.5 is high. I hear you if 13.5 is high.
coming off a bye.
Yeah, they're just healthy. They're looking good.
Miami.
It's at home. It's probably going to be cold and snowy, which favors Buffalo, not Miami. Miami can't run the ball.
And they got to start heat. They got to be getting heating up. You know, like this is the time to really start.
Yeah, Buffalo's got to turn it on now.
Games.
They're 4-2, so they got to really. They really got to win.
It's a big number, but I think.
Other than the Rams, the Rams
two
one
of
didn't
the
cover.
three covered last week, though, right?
Even they all did. Yeah, all the big numbers covered pretty much, other than the Rams. And then let's see. So we're both taking Buffalo. You taking Buffalo?
I took Buffalo.
Yeah, I think it's smart. This one was an interesting one for me. I'm going with the dog. I'm going with the home dog. It's San Francisco at Chicago. San Francisco is a 3.5-point favorite. I don't really know why. I don't know what they saw in San Francisco that makes them. But maybe it is that Chicago looks so bad.
It's what they saw in Chicago.
Yeah, but it's not going to be Justin Fields. I'm pretty confident they're going to start Andy Dalton, which again, I'm not like saying they're bringing in a savior, but I just don't see it. I think it's also a game where San Francisco could get a little like they could sleep on it. They maybe could go into this week thinking, we got this. You know, Chicago, we got this win. It's a hard one, though. I could be wrong on this one, too, but I'm going to take Chicago.
I'm taking San Fran.
All right.
I don't see it. I don't believe in Chicago.
Chicago sucks, too.
I'll tell you what. When Andy Dalton is the answer to
I guess I should listen to myself. If I'm bringing up the Red Rocket, and I'm not too confident.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
Even.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this much. Justin Fields isn't ready to play yet, I don't think.
He's not. It's not time for him yet.
And I think that Nagy was right, but also I think that Nagy's a shitty coach.
I think he's a shitty coach. And the rest of the team isn't good, so that's on him. Sure, you can say whatever you want about Justin Fields, but the rest of the team sucks. Actually, but not your boy. Not Khalil Herbert.
We didn't talk about him.
We didn't talk about him. He's fucking
what?
good.
And the backup, the guy that was the backup, Damien Williams, was back. But
really?
They kept going with Haybear. It's another Haybear, man.
Why would you not? Dude,
Yeah.
he's good.
Yeah.
He's really good. I was like,
was against Tampa.
Yeah, and there were a couple runs where I was like, it's not so much that he has like he's not running away like Derrick Henry, but
Right.
he runs hard. He's
got a
explosive.
burst, yeah.
He can catch. They were throwing him the ball, so I like your Bay Bear. I like your Hay Bear.
Another Haybear.
Pittsburgh at Cleveland, probably one of the better games of the week. You wouldn't have said so a couple of weeks ago the way but now Pittsburgh's been playing better. They just had a bye
Cleveland's
week.
banged up.
And Pittsburgh just had a bye week, so they can get everybody a little more healthy. Gives Deontay Johnson
So what do we know about Baker? They said he had like a
torn
chipped
labrum in his non-throwing
left
shoulder.
And he had like a bone chip or
in
bone
his shoulder.
So can he play through that?
He was willing to, but they shut it down.
Okay, because I tore my labrum in my left shoulder, and it would what they call sublux, like where it would like do these dislocations whenever I hit a certain, and it hurts like fuck. But it was only when it would like if it got into a certain position. Like,
I also think like if you're the Browns,
so is he having surgery?
No, they're gonna wait.
Letting it heal.
He wants to wait.
I guess it can
because he wants to play, and if he has surgery, he won't be able to play. He'll be out for sure.
So what's the different? What's the?
I think the thing
what
is,
does waiting do?
Can
it heal?
It can get better. I think no matter what, he's going to have this for the rest of the season until he does have surgery.
So he has to have surgery, but
he doesn't
can
want to
heal
do it
to
yet.
the point where he can play potentially.
He already wanted to play. He wanted to play this week, but they shut it down. And again, it's not your team, bro. We're a running team.
Right.
We're a running team that has a pretty good defense.
You just need someone to manage the game. And honestly, I don't think Case Keenum's that much worse than Baker.
Yeah, I think that's their mindset too. Like, What's the difference
Yeah.
here? Like, we have two guys that are okay at
Fuck, we
throwing.
got three guys that can run the ball now.
Yeah, and we're just going to hand the ball off.
The way that he ran the ball, I don't know. Even if when Hunt and Chubb are healthy, how do you not give him like 5 touches a game? Dude, he ran hard. Dude, he or
It's
trade
just
him.
because he's your boy. It's just because he's
Maybe.
your boy. But
Yeah,
no,
I've been calling Ernest the Ernest all
but no. I picked Pittsburgh.
That's a tough one.
I picked Pittsburgh because I think off the bye week, and they know they can't. They're 3-3 in that division, and with the way the AFC looks right now, you gotta if they're gonna stay in it. If the Steelers have any hope, they gotta win this divisional game.
What's the line? 3.5.
Yeah.
I'm taking Cleveland.
Yeah.
Big Ben can't. Big Ben sucks. He can't
Hey,
play.
He had a better game. He had a
sucks
much
away
better
from
game
home too.
Well, I have another reason that I'm picking Pittsburgh is because Josh hitched his I suck wagon to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and so I really have no choice but to root for the Steelers. Go Steelers! I'm not trading you, Najee. You're staying with me. I'm gonna ride you into the.
Najee's fine.
Najee's great. Probably gonna have to sit Chase Claypool because they don't want to throw him the ball. So, yeah. But that's going to be a great game either way. Divisional game, I think that's a really good game. Or it's a low-scoring game.
Monitor Chubb's practice this week.
Oh, yeah? They say he might play?
Well, he's questionable, but it's a calf. So, I mean, a running back and a calf injury. I mean, and again, the way that fucking Johnson ran, why rush him back?
Heard. Yeah. But it should be a good game. Then we go Philly at Detroit. On paper, a real dog shit ass game, but I'm kind of into it. I mean, let's go.
Honestly, maybe this could be a game Detroit wins.
You know, and I didn't pick them because I feel like I'm bad luck for them. I feel like I've been picking them in these situations where I'm like, yeah, you got this. And this was one of those ones where I want to say, yeah, you got this. But I picked against you, Detroit, and for you. I really want you to win. I'm rooting for you, but I think Philly maybe gets this win. They're a 3-point favorite.
God damn.
It's a tough game. This is a tough game. This is a weird game. But I'm going to go Philly.
I think you're right. 3 points.
In a tight game. It's not an easy win, but I think they pull it out. I think maybe they get some
Another
of those.
heartbreaker for
Another
Detroit.
heartbreaker for Detroit, you know? Then we go to another
I'll
division.
take Philly also.
Yeah, another really good divisional game, which is Tennessee at Indianapolis. Indianapolis, I only say it's a really good game because they've played a lot better the last couple of weeks. They are now 3-4 to Tennessee's 5-2. So if they're looking to close that gap a little bit, they need to get a win. But I do not have them getting a win. It's going to be a toy game, a toyga. It's going to be a tight game. It's going to be Tennessee is a 1-point favorite.
That's a good one, though. I want to watch that game.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game.
After what Tennessee just did to fucking KC,
Right?
how can you fucking
Right, exactly.
pick, especially 1 point?
Yeah, I agree. Indianapolis could shock me here, but I'm going to pick Tennessee.
Yeah, I would too. Hey, just a little bit of advice. Start Derrick Henry.
Yeah, if you haven't been doing that and you've been benching him,
I just wanted you to know.
What are your other options? Jesus Christ. Cincinnati at the Jets. Holy shit, this is going to be a blowout, especially with Mike
I'm surprised
White.
that one's only 9.5.
Yeah, right? Maybe they didn't know about the Zach Wilson injury when Vegas made those odds, but they're going to win handedly.
Yeah, I'm going to take Cincinnati on this one.
I think so.
Just go ahead and circle that. I don't care how many points.
Joe Flacco or Mike White, doesn't matter. This is going to be a blowout.
White.
Then we got New England at the Chargers. Chargers are a 5.5-point favorite. I like the Chargers in this. I know that New England just scored 54, and they look like they're going to try to run the ball. But the Chargers are looking to bounce back. They just had a loss right before their bye week. They know that in this division, it's theirs for the taking. I mean, them and the Raiders are going to battle, and it doesn't look like that they have the big bad Chiefs hanging over them anymore. So they need to come out and get a good win over New England at home. I like the Chargers.
Yeah,
Let's go,
Chargers
Justin Hebert.
Definitely need this win to keep pace with Vegas.
Yep. So what you got? It's a tough one though. It's going to be a good
New
game.
England's playing a lot better.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I got to take the Chargers, too.
Yeah. Jacksonville at Seattle. If Russell Wilson was playing, I think this line would be a little bit bigger, but Seattle's only a 3.5 point favorite. Doo-doo-ass game. Let me tell you, Red Zone, what you can stay away from in the late window for me. You can keep this off the screen. I don't need it.
He wants to see Washington and Denver.
Give me Washington at Denver. No, give me that Tampa at New Orleans. That's what I want to see. I want to see New England at the Chargers, and I want to see Tampa at New Orleans in the 3 o'clock games. Seattle, I'm going to pick Seattle in this. They fought hard in last night's game against New Orleans, so... Jacksonville still hasn't, I know they're coming off a bye, and Urban Meyer's probably been getting grinded on, but I'm still going to go Seattle in a weird game. I don't know.
I'm taking Jacksonville.
Yeah, why not? Why not? They need the love, right? And then we got
somebody's got
to love on Urban. Washington at Denver. Denver is a 3-point favorite. Both of these teams are trash, garbage, terrible, doo-doo, fuck shits that I just don't care about, and I really don't want to watch this game. I'd rather see Jacksonville, Seattle, but I'm going to take Washington. I don't know. Don't know, don't care, The fucking Denver hasn't proven it to me, and I like Taylor Heineke. I think he's playing well, but he's just had some bad luck as far as offense goes.
Man, that's hard.
Tough one.
Fuck am I gonna do? Goddamn.
You gonna take the Broncos?
I want to.
The mighty, mighty Broncos of Teddy Bridgewater?
I want to.
Well, listen, Washington defense sucks, and I did tell you on yesterday's show that if you're feeling like streaming Teddy Bridgewater, it could happen for you this week. He could end up scoring some points.
Broncos.
All right. Tampa Bay, that was one of the ones I'm definitely going against the grain on that one, picking Washington. But Tampa Bay at New Orleans. Oh, man.
I'm not going to think about this.
4.5 points is not enough. It's a little disrespectful.
I think so, too.
I think it's because it's a divisional game and because of
New Orleans.
Yeah, because of past games that they've had. But Tampa Bay is cooking. Even these backup safeties that they've got are getting interceptions. I know it's not Justin Fields, but... The Jameis,
some of them, he was floating it, dude.
Yeah, Justin Fields is really bad. Oh, did you see what Tom Brady said? He's talking shit. He said, "Yeah, it's weird. I don't see a lot of Ohio State quarterbacks in the league. There's a lot of Michigan. We got a lot of Michigan alumni, but no Ohio State taking shots at Justin Fields Hey, he's right. Ohio State does not produce good
quarterbacks.
Not
it's like
in the NFL.
Penn State running backs.
Yeah, it just doesn't exist.
You just don't do it.
They don't show up here, and they don't translate. They don't translate well. I don't know what it is, but Justin Fields is not it, and maybe he can get it over the next couple of years, but his arm ain't there. That's the thing. He doesn't have an arm. He's not a thrower. He's not a. It's like when I look at Lamar Jackson. Actually, Lamar Jackson's got a better arm than Justin Fields. Justin Fields not good arm.
Well, and Justin Fields ain't even close to the athlete that Lamar is.
True, he doesn't have the other capabilities
he ain't Lamar Jack.
I think they definitely win by 4.5 points. So I think that's easy for Tampa Bay in this.
That is a little disrespectful.
Yeah, it's a little disrespectful. They're going to win by double digits. I would say probably.
I think so.
And I know it's in New Orleans, but I think they win big. Then we go to a very interesting game, and one that I'm kind of taking a shot on, but. Dallas at Minnesota is the Sunday night game.
I'm taking Dallas.
Yeah, it's a 2.5 point favorite for Dallas. I hear you. I know why you're taking Dallas. They definitely are the better team so far. However, Minnesota coming off a bye, gonna get Dalvin Cook back.
Dallas is coming off a bye too.
True, but I don't know. I think this is a high scoring game. I think
should be.
I think Minnesota pulls it out.
How many picks does Trayvon Diggs have
he gets
on
one a
fucking
game.
Cousins?
He gets one a game.
He's getting at least one.
Yeah. Yeah, he almost gets more catches than Robert Woods. Trayvon Diggs is more. I actually almost
he's
start.
More involved.
Can I pick him up? Can I start him?
Can you start Diggs?
Use him?
He's got.
Yeah, but no, I hear you. I'm definitely taking I'm reaching here. I could be wrong. There's a couple of them that I kind of made some. Pittsburgh, I made a crazy pick. Washington, I made some crazy picks this week. But mybookie.com, you believe in me. I believe in me. Minnesota, go get it done at home. But that should be a good game though. Either way, I like that game.
Should be that should be a good game.
Yeah.
Should be a good offensive game. But I would argue that Dallas has the better defense here.
Yeah. no. They're better all around. I mean, their offense is better.
They're really starting to play good football. And don't get me wrong, Minnesota is good, and they seem to play to their competition level. I hope that they play better here, but they seem to find a way to lose.
Oh, and then Monday night. Kansas City.
But me and you we don't agree on any of these. I'm going to take the Giants.
The Giants?
Fuck yeah.
Only because of the points.
10 points?
Yeah, okay, because of the points. Are you picking the Giants to win? The outright win?
I don't know if I'm going to do that. No,
he's feeling like it. He's feeling like it.
The way KC plays, now don't get me wrong. Kansas City should come out here and beat the shit out of them.
To prove everybody wrong.
Just to shut everybody up and like, hey, we're okay. And honestly, I can see that happening too, and that might be the reason for that number.
Sure.
But if they don't stop turning the fucking ball over, they're going to lose this game too.
Yeah, Giants at Kansas City. Kansas City 10-point favorite. I'm going to take Kansas City.
But like you said, the Giants are going to score points.
They are. Their defense is that bad. You are guaranteed if you play the Kansas City Chiefs, you will score. And yes, they're going to probably score on you too. But if you're like Tennessee and you pin your ears back, because that's what they did.
But I'll tell you what, at home on Monday night, Kansas City better fucking step up.
Can you imagine if they lose this game? Oh my God. The world,
I hope they do.
The world will be burning in Kansas City. They'll be like, oh my God, this is fucking over.
Just the whole crowd. So I can see it. All those red people wearing red, like,
oh my God. Should we bang on the drum? I don't know. I mean, I think 10 is a big number, but I still am going to take Kansas City. Which brings us to where we are in so far. What week is this? We're at week 7, week 6.
What are we? 4 and 3 and 3 and 4. So we should be entering week 8.
Okay, so this is week 8, almost halfway. So let's go through and talk about the standings and where we see things ending up by the end of the year. There are some obvious things, right? Buffalo, Tennessee. Those are the obvious ones in the AFC, as to me, at least, for winning their division. So we got to get 7 teams here into the playoffs. So I got Buffalo, Tennessee. I'm going to say Cincinnati and Baltimore make it just because they've played and what their records are so far. I'm going to go Vegas and the Chargers make it. I'm down to just one more. And that's where you end up in this really interesting conversation.
New England, Cleveland, Kansas City.
Cleveland's going to win some games. So if you're Kansas City, you can't afford to lose anymore. You really can't, because Cleveland's going to keep winning. Even Indianapolis, like you said, like they're a wild card team that maybe could sneak
especially
in there.
If they pull out a win this week,
Yeah, so I think Baltimore and Cincinnati are my surprises. I think Vegas obviously is a surprise. I had the Chargers making the playoffs. I know I had them making the playoffs, but I didn't have Cincinnati or Baltimore, and I didn't see them being so good. They're both really good. Baltimore, I'm still going to be a hater, and I'm still going to say
I'm not real sold on Baltimore either. Even when I watch them, it doesn't.
They're going to get some wins, though.
They're going to keep winning, yes. I just don't think that they're really a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah,
I mean, they don't feel like a Super Bowl contender.
I'll tell you, unlike the NFC, who I think has the better teams, the AFC is kind of wide open.
Yeah.
Whereas we thought Buffalo looked really good.
Well, Kansas City's owned that conference for 2 years now.
2 years.
But
it's not theirs no more.
And they might not even make the playoffs.
They might not make the playoffs.
So, yeah, the representative from the AFC is very likely to be somebody different this year.
Yeah,
and somebody that hasn't been there for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Vegas, Chargers, Tennessee, Cincinnati, Buffalo. When's the last time they've been to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Only Baltimore, of those teams that we were talking about,
has been in the recent future.
Has been to the Super Bowl recently.
Yeah, that's true. So the AFC is really wide open. There is a chance that Kansas City very well could not make the playoffs, which I did not think coming into this season. And then
didn't even think it was possible.
Nah. The NFC is way more in my mind.
Well, Dallas will probably win.
Right. Dallas, Tampa Bay, Arizona, and Green Bay. Those are the ones going to win their division. Now, I'm being disrespectful to the Rams. The Rams
I
are
was gonna say I don't know if Arizona. Everybody except for Arizona has their division pretty much locked up.
Locked up,
especially if Tampa Bay wins this week against New Orleans.
Because New Orleans is 4-2, and I could see them making the playoffs just because the rest of the NFC has kind of struggled. But the Rams are definitely making it. So that's 5 teams right there.
Right.
So then after that, it gets rough. It's
so we need 2 more teams out of New Orleans.
I think the Saints could definitely do it, and I think the Minnesota Vikings could definitely do it. However, I mean, both of those teams that I just named could also go on losing streaks. Wouldn't surprise me if either one of those teams lost a couple in a row.
There's going to be some shitty teams.
Teams in the NFC.
There's going to be a couple shitty teams make the playoffs.
Carolina. I mean, there's a couple of teams.
Somebody going to get stomped out.
Somebody's going to get beat the fuck out of in that first round. It's not going to be easy either because your other wild card team is going to be the Rams or the
Although you got
Cardinals.
to figure at that point in time, whoever does come in and sneak those last 2 spots will have gone on some kind of streak and roll, like be playing well. So maybe somebody could.
But I mean, if Detroit keeps losing and the Giants keep losing,
man, Seattle could just hold on until fucking. Russ gets healthy, maybe win a couple games.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they got a good matchup this week. They could beat Jacksonville for sure, but I'm not too high on Geno Smith. But the NFC is very interesting because
fuck, dude.
I mean, but the ones that are at the top are obvious, right?
Yeah, like those top 5.
The top 5 are obvious, and then after that, woo. Who knows?
No shit. So what's your pick then?
Now I'm gonna say New Orleans and Minnesota, but that's right now. I mean, that could change.
That's the logical choice.
That's because of their records, but it could change. That really could change. And
also, I believe in Minnesota more than I do New Orleans now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's Jameis.
Maybe San Francisco turns this around. And they win some games.
There isn't a whole lot of evidence to say that.
No, it's true. And originally,
maybe McCaffrey comes back and stays healthy, and then Carolina never loses again.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's not going to stay healthy. He's not. So you're going to get him, you're going to win that game, and then you're going to go back to losing games with Chuba. That's just what it seems like the recipe for what they do. But no,
what happened to that defense? I thought
they
had a good defense.
We thought the whole NFC West was going to come out of this, and I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen.
San Francisco just aren't.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
They're not competing the way that.
But Minnesota, I'm with you. I think that they definitely earn a spot. I think they put together some wins, and they're over 500.
They've had some of those hard.
They're going to play Detroit. They're going to play Chicago. They're going to get easy wins out of their division. I think they might split with Green Bay. Yeah. So the NFC is more interesting just because there is some dog shit teams at the end, but nobody's beating Tom Brady.
We'll have to do this at like the 3/4 mark.
Nobody's beating Tom Brady out of the NFC. Come on. The butthole pucker is real. Aaron Rodgers' butthole puckers when he plays Tom Brady. Ben Roethlisberger's butthole puckers.
I have to agree with you.
Yeah. Who's beating them? They're going to get all their guys back. Tom Brady's going to win again, be the first guy to do back-to-back championships twice.
Oh, my God.
You know the only person? Twice. He's going to be the first person to do. They were talking about the other day. They're like, well, the 600 is only regular season. If we include his postseason, and the guy that was doing it was like, no. His postseason records are unbeatable. He has. I do not want to hear it. Take your whore mouths and shut them. Shut the whore mouths. They're gonna. My dad just arrived, so they're gonna keep barking. They're gonna keep barking. But Tampa Bay is gonna win. They're gonna win the whole thing. Hey, can we shut the fuck up? Do you mind shutting the fuck up? Sandy, I'm going to remove your voice box. I don't know how, but I'm going to do it. Don't call Pete on me, people. I love all
He won't do it. He's just talking shit.
Talking shit. But yeah, the other thing I wanted to talk, did you see Dune?
No, not yet, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. Is it in the theaters only, or is it on streaming?
It's on HBO Max.
Oh, is it? I'll go watch it tonight.
HBO Max.
I didn't know that.
It's 2.5 hours long, so it's.
I've been drinking a lot, Josh. You know, I've been drinking a lot. I haven't gotten a lot of TV time in. I'm sorry, guys.
That's all right. No,
I just got divorced.
I gotta tell you, Dune. I don't know. People are all sucking its dick, and
okay.
I don't want to say it's bad because it's not bad by any means. It's a good movie. But it's a setup movie. So, like, right away it says Dune Part 1. And I was like,
so you know there's more.
Okay, so y'all are just going to, like, introduce this to me and kind of give me the characters and all that, which was cool. And here's my thing. Like, it's so hard trying to be like that Star Wars. Like, you even have, like, the similar fighting. They fight with swords, but they have this protective, they can like put this thing on that puts like a shield over them. However, there are weaknesses in the shields, and if you're an elite fighter and you can cut perfectly where like the throat is, you can like kill. And Jason Momoa is like this incredible fighter in it. I don't know. It was like I was into it, but I was also like, people were saying like this is some great action scenes. Marvel shits on all their action scenes. In my opinion, Marvel's much better at action scenes than what I saw. But it is setting us up for a second movie that's cool. Don't get me wrong, I was into it. I'm ready for part 2. Bring it on. I'll watch the fuck out of that. There's a shitload of famous people in it. It's full of famous people. So
I'll watch it. Maybe
check it out.
I'll watch it sometime.
It's cool sci-fi. It's cool sci-fi. I also wanted to bring up the NBA has come back. We are back into the NBA season. It's very early. I think most teams have only played like 3 or 2 games. So this is a very, very, very early first impressions. However, basketball is pretty much the same thing every year. There's not a lot of parity in basketball. It usually is the same teams again and again. You're not a fan? You're not a fan?
Basketball has completely lost me.
Well, and it's because
I don't give a fuck about.
And it's because
I'll watch. I kept flipping back and watching the Lakers and them play.
They've made super teams. They've all made super teams. The players have taken over the league. It is a lot of my guys' fault. It is a lot of LeBron's fault.
They literally control. They can do whatever they fucking
do
want.
whatever they want.
And did you see like Harden's going to be the first guy to get $60 million a year? Are you fucking kidding me? Get the
Man, he
fuck
sucks.
out
He can't stop turning. He can't stop turning the ball over. Either.
I can't with the NBA anymore.
Yeah, but I do love basketball. I've always loved basketball. I love the Rockets, and I love LeBron James. Dannon's gonna take a nap, and I'm gonna tell you my predictions for the.
I don't know if I can stay in that character.
You got to be that way the whole time. Who the top 8 in each division? So the East is very simple, simply because there are not a lot of great teams. It's gonna be the Bucks again. I have 1 the Bucks, 2 the Nets, 3 the Hawks, who looked really good last year in last year's playoffs. Trae Young is a lot better than I thought he was. Number 4, the Heat. They got Kyle Lowry. They're going to be a good team. They're going to be a much more improved team.
Lowry.
Number 5, the 76ers.
Lowry.
Ben Simmons sucks anyways. I don't know where you're going to be in this. You're not going to win a championship. Doesn't matter. 76ers will make the playoffs. So number 6, the Celtics. Again, not crazy about it, but they'll be there. The Bulls are much improved. When you put Zach LaVine and Alex Caruso and DeMar DeRozan and Lonzo Ball together, I was like, what the fuck is this team? Like, is this even going to... I don't understand what
Sounds like a fun team to watch, actually.
Well, they're 3-0. And they've started off great. They've been killing it. They're athletic. Lonzo doesn't have to be the scorer on the team. He's just the facilitator, and DeMar DeRozan kind of fits in. It seems like it's going to work. I have them at number 7, but honestly, in the East, it could be much higher than that. And then the number 8, I put the Knicks. The Knicks are going to be good. They're not going to be great. They were better last year. They'll be good again this year. There's some sleeper teams in there, like the Hornets. Maybe the Raptors get better, but after losing Kyle Lowry, you're basically just Pascal Siakam and Fred VanVleet, so that's not a very good team. But yeah, the East, especially if Kyrie doesn't play. If Kyrie doesn't play and this is just Kevin Durant and James Harden,
how many games do you get out of James Harden and Kevin Durant? I mean, come on.
Yeah, they're both going to be beat up. But again, in the NBA, that's the other thing. The players have so much power that not only can they go wherever they want, they can sit whenever they want. They can play whenever. They can be like, hey, you know what? I don't feel like it today. Fuck you, motherfucker. Oh, and pay me. Oh, and also pay me. And it's like, yeah, I'm with you. The players are kind of taken over, but the West is way more interesting. The West is more interesting because we will have return teams from last year. The Jazz, I have number one.
They get their dude back.
Yeah, they're gonna get Donovan Mitchell back. And
No, who's the one that got hurt last year?
you're thinking of Jamal Murray on the
Denver.
Nuggets, who are going to be
you got
very
them
very
number
good.
2.
What are we crying for? But Jesus Christ. But the Nuggets, the Suns, who obviously went to the finals last year, they're gonna be back and much improved. The Lakers, they
don't look very good.
I know. I want to be a LeBron fan, and I want to put them at number one. And say the Lakers are gonna be. I'm struggling to put them at number 4. I don't even know if they'll be the number 4. Here's the problem. I'm not a Russell Westbrook fan. I've never been a Russell Westbrook fan ever. Even when he came here, I was like, great.
He almost seems like he's a cancer.
He is a turnover machine. Even in the win that they got the other day, he turned the ball over 9 times. It's like, dude, just chill the fuck out. It needs to be a LeBron team anyways. It needs to be LeBron is the point guard. He honestly needs to learn how to be a 2 guard. He needs to learn how to catch and shoot. He needs to learn how to run away from the ball. If you're going to survive in this, you have to be the third fiddle. You are not the man anymore. You are not the most important person on the team. You never were when Kevin Durant was on the team, but you thought you were. You never were whenever you were on the team with James Harden, but you thought you were. You have to accept this role that you are the third person on the team. You are not the 1. You are not the 2. That's LeBron and Anthony Davis. And then we go to the number 5, and I'm being disrespectful. He probably should be higher on this. Steph Curry is...
He's good.
Dude, is he...
I was watching some of his highlights the other day.
He might go down as top 10 at least all time.
I was gonna say, who do you got him ranked as point guards?
Oh, man. Shit.
Because you could really maybe Magic.
I know. I got to make the argument that Magic and
Stockton.
No, he's better than Stockton because of his offensive, because of what he can do. Here's what's crazy. He's already the best shooter the league has ever seen. Yeah. Already. He could quit today. He's the best shooter that we've ever seen. And Ray Allen and Reggie Miller were legit shooters. Larry Bird is a legit shooter. We've had some really good three-point shooters in the history of the league. He's the best. His what's amazing about him too, it's not even like he has handles. His stuff is out of chaos. His stuff is like...
He's got handles, though.
But it almost looks like he's like losing the ball, and it's all over the place. You don't even know where he's at. And then, it's like, how do you even defend that?
And he can get his shot off so fast.
From wherever he wants. From anywhere on the court. It's just, he's unbelievable. I wanted to be a Steph Curry hater because I am a LeBron James fan. I can't be anymore. There's no way for me to be a hater.
Once when I saw him in the tournament when he played for Davidson, like that was when I was like, oh man, he's gonna be fun to watch. And although I did kind of not like the Warrior teams, I still like Steph.
Now I love Steph, and I'm gonna say all of this to say you've ruined the league because. The reason why Dannon hates basketball because if you watch basketball now, everybody thinks they're Steph Curry. Yeah. The sinners are walking down the other fucking side and jacking up threes.
Embiid and fucking
dude,
and Antetokounmpo are all shooting threes.
Here's the problem: when you watch him play, he has the green light from his coaches. Steve Kerr has told him. You shoot whenever the fuck you want. I don't care if you miss 10 in a row. You have the green light. You and Clay have the green light to shoot whenever you want. So the rest of these fucking players see that, and they're like, oh, yeah, me too. No! There's only one dude, and maybe his buddy Clay, that I get, because they're the 1 and 2 best shooters in the... it's tough for me to say that about Clay.
How do we fix basketball? Take away the three-point line?
No, it's over. It's over. It's like drugs and guns in America. It's over.
It's gone too far.
It's over. They own it. They're gonna keep doing it. We can't say shit to them. It's a lot.
It's lost.
And then let's see. So rounding out. So yeah, that was my big thing on Steph Curry. He's looked absolutely amazing. I just got it. But yeah, and then the Trailblazers, the Clippers, the Mavs. They should round out somewhere in there.
Lillard still playing?
No.
Is he still in Portland?
They said he might not play at all. He had his ACL repaired, not a full tear, but it was a surgery that he had to have. And this guy's pussy anyways. I mean, he sat out a whole year in San Antonio because he had an upper pussy injury. He was like, yeah, my lower pussy upper leg is really sore. I've got a quad injury.
Damien Lillard?
No, Kawhi Leonard.
Oh.
Who did you say?
Lillard. Is he playing?
Oh, let's say Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi
Leonard's not playing, but is Damian Lillard playing?
I believe so.
And he's still in Portland?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that there was like rumors that he was leaving Portland.
There was, but that dude is very loyal, and I don't think he's going to leave. Okay. I think he's going to rot away in Portland and never win. Yeah, and honestly,
he's good.
He goes somewhere with another good player, they win. He's very good. He's very, very good. But yeah, it just sucks that he's in Portland. And the Clippers, they'll probably be there too, but they're going to be lower because if Kawhi doesn't play and you're just Paul George and really not that good of a team, the Mavs will sneak in there.
God. I don't even know if they would make the playoffs with just maybe. I guess Paul George
you're right.
is good.
You're right. They have a possibility of skipping it. And I have some wild card teams down there in the West.
Why you have the Mavs that low, huh?
Well, the problem is that it's just Luka. Kristaps sucks. He can't score. Porzingis can't score. So it's just Luka against the world, and it's going to be a lot. He'll make the playoffs. Don't get me wrong. The Mavericks will make the playoffs.
He's so good.
He's so good. But they're going to lose because it's just him. And the Grizzlies have Ja Morant.
Ja Morant.
He's very good. Yeah. The Grizzlies could make a run at this. The Pelicans with Zion. Who knows? Maybe they look better this year. Honestly, the Kings. De'Aaron Fox is good. They have some good. Bagley. They have good pieces. I've got question marks by them. They're obviously my last little wild card pick, but that could happen. It could happen. But again, I'm with Dannon.
The
Astros are killing it, and that makes me love baseball. And obviously, I'm always going to want football's number one. I'm always going to love football. But basketball has basketball's almost made me go, okay, it's time for me to finally get into hockey.
With all these things vying for my time, especially like I'm not really watching a whole lot of TV. I'm having a hard time trying to watch enough football. But honestly, I'm trying to watch all the football. And so like, that's just, I didn't realize it was so fucking hard.
It's hard.
It's hard to watch every
Shout out to all those analysts, bro, because like you watch them all, that's a lot.
I like come home and I'm like, I gotta work on Sunday night. What do you mean? Yeah, I gotta fucking go home and watch football. That's work now.
And Colin, and like there are certain guys that they watch all the college games.
I know they watch
the basketball games.
Holy shit!
They watch the baseball games.
Seriously,
shit, man.
Wow.
Fuck. Now, however,
to stay involved,
what if you didn't have a job?
Right. I mean, if it was my job,
if it was your only job,
if it was my job, then yes. But still, like you're talking like.
A lot of hours.
You're telling me they're probably putting in 10 hours a day, probably in front of a screen watching.
You're right.
And then that's on top of talking about it.
Yeah, that's true. Because then they go and do their shows, and that takes hours out of their day too. Man, that's
crazy. You're talking about like that's some serious.
That's a lot.
To stay truly involved and integrated into whatever sport, like you have to be. I mean, you see Schefter, he's got 2 phones.
Like,
and even when he's on TV, he's like,
watching a regular season basketball game ain't happening. Ain't happening. I'm not watching a single one.
I have a hard time watching regular season hockey too, honestly.
I've only watched the highlights to all of it. What in the fuck is going on down there? But no, we've gone on and on here. Go check out Dune. Go to mybookie.com and make all my picks.
Hold on. One thing that we didn't talk about that maybe we should have. Did we talk about Deshaun Watson getting traded? I know that we did.
We did.
We said that there is a definite possibility. I don't think we actually told anybody to maybe it might not be a bad idea to go pick him up and just stash him and see what happens. Because if he does play, especially if you need a quarterback, he's absolute. If he plays, he's definitely a starter.
You think he plays this year?
Well, if someone's gonna if the NFL coming out saying that he won't get suspended if he gets traded for. Makes somebody trade for him, they're gonna play him.
True, but it's weird because now we're at this halfway point of like, if you're Carolina, if you're Miami or Denver. So Miami doesn't make any sense. You're 1-6.
But I think the
Unless-
trade deadline's like this week,
right.
isn't it?
So, and also just like in general, like
you would literally
for
just be
them.
picking him up and just to see.
All right.
Because
Well,
if he doesn't get traded, you drop him.
if he goes to Miami, I don't see really the point for Miami. I don't see what you're getting at if you're Miami.
Let's say he gets traded and he plays. Do you want him on? You want him, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's not a bad pickup. Not
if you
a bad
have
pickup.
a bench spot, I'm just saying.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
If you're in this situation where you're like, I gotta go pick someone
Yeah,
up.
who the fuck knows?
Go pick up Deshaun Watson.
Go get the masseuse rapist.
It's for like 2 days.
No, I don't think he raped.
If he doesn't get traded, drop him. If he does get traded, then you got to hold on to him for another like a week and see if he plays. But
keep him away from the rub and tugs because
yeah.
he loves it. He loves it. There's
Somebody
nothing
get
like
that man a girlfriend.
I guarantee you his most watched porn is the masseuse, the
foot
massage,
massage.
Yeah, where he rolls
See,
over
like
and it's
that.
like, hey, you going to handle this, sweetheart? I got this dick you
You're
can
not
handle.
going to massage the other side.
And I've said it before, I'll say it again. There's 30 masseuses in Houston that willingly did it. Why didn't he just go back to them? That's
Maybe
the other
they
question
didn't
I
do
got.
it right. There's got to be some
What?
like thrill and
Yeah, clearly they didn't do it right because he went on to the next 22 girls. He was like, that wasn't it.
He probably started in the ones that are accustomed to that, and then he's like, you know what? I'm Deshaun Watson. I'm gonna go get like.
I'm gonna force the ones that
I'm gonna-
don't want it. Yeah, I don't know,
Hey,
man. It's,
baby.
it's some sort of complex.
Do you
'cause-
know who I am?
And I don't like this whole thing where it's like, oh, this is all alleged, this is all alleged, this is all alleged. But apparently Busby has text messages and receipts for all of the girls that, like, he did go to see them. He did go to all 22 of the women and got a massage from them. So what you're asking me to believe is that all 22 of these women made this up?
I just don't understand why he hasn't paid them off yet and made this go away. What the
because
fuck?
this Busby guy is promising them that they will be compensated, but just with more. With that it will mean more. He's somehow talked these, especially the 4 women that gave their name. Now they've put their stuff out there. Now you really can't get a settlement because you've already kind of put this on your life. The girls that haven't put their names out there, they're waiting for the settlement check.
You got to have a fall guy.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have 2 dicks. He doesn't have a dick that he can put this.
To have it wasn't me.
It wasn't me. It was my
that
buddy.
was my other.
Yeah, it was
that
my friend.
Are
you
man.
sure?
There was
You
2
seem
of us
like
in that room.
Yeah. You just jacked my friend off. That wasn't me.
Nah, we don't all look the same. That's fucking.
Not a bad idea though. Picking him up, stashing him away. Not a bad idea.
I'm just
Just in case.
a thought.
Just in case. Yeah.
a little fantasy thought.
Yep. As you're rubbing one out tonight, think of Deshaun Watson. And think of us, and think of mybookie.com, think of DraftKings, and brought to you by Tom Brady.
Thanks
and
for your
Uggs.
support.
Thanks for all the
love
support.
you.
Yep. Love you guys. Peace out.
See you next week.